Line Lane. I'm Larry Marble. It's time for a big old heaping helping of ag information. You're listening to our program courtesy of the good folks at D&D Farm and Ranch on I-10 in Seguin. That's ddtexasoutfitters.com. Neighbor, let's take a look at corn, beans, and wheat courtesy of John Tuggle and Company, Corpus. Old crop corn futures continued strong with the Russians' pronouncement that they will not allow the Ukrainian grain shipments without a reduction or cancellation of sanctions. Talk of a smaller corn supply from South America was also seen as bullish. Old crop cash corns becoming more scarce, as evidenced by the strong cash basis levels locally and in the Midwest, as well as the widening inverse between July corn futures and the deferred months. Friday's USDA crop production and supply and demand report has the market immediate attention. Although no significant changes are expected, USDA reported new export sales of corn for the week ending 6/2, 13.9 million bushels. New export soybean sales totaled 37.6 million bushels, while new export milo sales over the past several months have been almost nothing, 400,000 bushels this last week. Actual export shipments to the Communist Chinese have been robust. Last week, U.S. inspected 8.6 million bushels of milo to the Communist Chinese, and the unshipped sales currently on the books have dwindled down to 36 million bushels compared to over 120 million bushels around the first of the year. In regards to this report, July corn 773 up 8.5, July beans 1769 up 29, July Kansas City hard red winter wheat 1153 3/4. For help marketing your grains, Tuttle and Company, Corpus, 1-800-2-TUGGLE. We're on the line with Ken Jordan Cattle Auction. Ken, how was the sale in San Saba?
You bet, Larry. We had right at, I think, close to 1,400 head today. I thought overall the market could definitely continue to move higher with very strong demand activity throughout the entire week. We kind of saw the boost last week, and it just rolled right on through this week. I thought overall today the stocker steers, they moved $5 to $10 higher. Had a group of 13 steers weighed 437 at $2 a pound today, a little over $874. Also had a really good set of 17 steers weighing 553 at $186, right at $1,029 on those. The stocker heifers, they were also very active, 2 to 3 higher. Had a group of 9 heifers weighing 587 at $154, right at $904. Feeder steers, I thought they were $5 to $7 higher. Had a group of 13 steers weighed 722 at $1.68, right at $1,213 on those. Feeder heifers are probably a full $5 higher. We really saw a strong increase on packer cows today, and this week $7 to $12 higher. Top cow today weighed 475 pounds at $103, which that's a huge increase from, I think top cow last week was 91. That's right at $1,514 on that packer cow. Packer bulls were probably steady to $4 higher, with the high bull at $1.02.5. Pairs and bred cows overall, Larry, were probably $50 to $75 higher. That rain last week definitely helped some activity on those right now.
Good. What are we anticipating for Mason Monday?
I look for a pretty good run again this coming Monday, especially with the prices the way they are. We may have a little gap here, seeing what the rain does. We are growing a little grass down here, but we sure like to have another follow-up rain with these temperatures being that 100, 101, 2, and 3, Larry.
Tell everybody how to contact you, Ken.
You bet. Give us a call, area code 325-372-5159. Also, we'll have a special stocker feeder sale next Thursday on the 16th. Already got quite a few listings that we know is coming on that sale, so if you need some calves, yearlings, that'd be a great time to be here, Larry.
JordanCattle.com. What's the number?
Yes, sir. Area code 325-372-5159.
We appreciate you. Thank you, Ken.
You bet. Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I'm Larry Marble from Down on the Farm, and we're on the line with Brandon DeBose from DeBose Pipe, Panel, and Gate. What year they start?
Man, they started in 1976. Grandfather started this business, backyard in Lomita, Texas.
Brandon, describe your product line and services provided.
Yes, sir. We do entrances. We sell pipe. We sell livestock gates, pasture gates, heavy-duty corral gates. You know, any kind of gates you'd really need out there on your farm, your pasture, whatever it is.
The phrase that y'all use within the commercial is wholesale to the public.
We're under competitors' retail prices, and our panels are the first and only to ever have a lifetime warranty against any livestock. Our heavy-duty line, they're made out of a 2-inch Schedule 80 pipe frame and inch and 5/8 14-gauge rails, and they're going to weigh around 150 pounds. We're very confident in the way they're built, the material they're built out of. We're very confident in our employees that put these things together. And, man, there's nothing more frustrating than going buying a competitor's panel and setting up your pins and having a bull try to jump out of it and tear 3 or 4 panels, and there you are having to go buy 3 or 4 more. When ours, man, you bring that panel back, show us where they try to jump through to jump over, and if it's damaged by any livestock beyond use, let us know, man. We replace it, no questions asked.
Now, you offer financing, too.
We go through a company called Sweet Pay Financing. It's been a very handy tool.
You're at the Lomita Lomita location. Give us your phone number for the Lomita location.
Lomita location, we can be reached at area code 512-752-3200.
And the website.
www.dubospanels.com.
We are on the line with Jody Fry from Producers in Cargyle, San Angelo. We're talking about the results of the cattle sale. Jody, how did it go?
Went really well. Had a good, strong market today. Numbers were lighter, kind of like we talked about last week. Dropped back from that. I believe the week before we had about 1,460. Sold nearly 1,100 head today. I believe 1,090 was the total. Compared with last week's sale, those better quality calves and yearlings, calling those fully $4 to $8 higher. Very active trade and strong demand on those better quality calves and yearlings. Slaughter cows, another $3 to $5 higher. Several of those heavyweight and high yielding cows on offer today, and they sold really well. Cow-calf pairs, same way on those. They sold slightly higher. Several pretty good quality baby tooth and solid mouth pairs there today. Better quality steers, 400 to 600 pounds, 150 to a high of over 215, mostly 160 to 185. 600 to 800 pound steers from 135 all the way up to a high of 175, mostly 145 to 160. Better quality heifer calves, 400 to 600 pounds from 130 up to a high of near 170, mostly 135 to 155. Slaughter cows, average to high yielding from 62 to 78. Had several groups of those highest yielding slaughter cows from 79 to a high of 89. Thinner or lower yielding type cows, fewer of those today from 38 to 58. Slaughter bulls, average to high yielding from 75 to 97. Just had a handful of those very highest yielding slaughter bulls from 98 all the way up to a high of 114. Cow-calf pairs, baby tooth to good solid mouth pairs today from 900 to a high of 1435.
What do you know for next week, Jody?
Well, we had pretty good numbers of sheep and goats, over 7,000 this week. I look for that many or more next week. Getting closer and closer to that July the 4th break. I think we'll have big sales, weather permitting, every sheep and goat sale leading up to that July the 4th. Looks like cattle numbers will back off a little like they have at these other area auctions. I'm looking for somewhere between 1,000 and 1,200 head next week.
Jody, tell everybody how to get a hold of you at Producers in Cargyle.
You bet. Any of us at the office at 325-653-3371. My mobile phone's 234-7895.
Appreciate you. Thank you, Jody.
Thank you there.
Neighbor, let's take a look at the meats from yesterday. We'll begin with the hog side of the market. National pork carcass cutout value for Thursday, 109.09 after a $4.60 boost. Looks like federally estimated slaughter 1.907 million head this week through Thursday. June lean hogs 106.97 up 87 and a half. As we look toward the beef side of the equation, the boxes, the choice dipped 64, the select 20 stronger. Federal slaughter 503,000 head through Thursday. That's up from the 481 during the same week last year. Looks like we saw 141 to 143 in the north on our fats. The best, I guess, that we got in the south was 139 to 141. We did see some 136 in Texas on Wednesday. June live cattle 137.05 up 22. August feeders 176.02 up 37. Neighbor, there's your meat move. We are on the line with Kenny Mingus from Milam County Livestock Auction. Cameron, Kenny, how is the sale looking for Friday?
Well, it's pretty busy, Larry, even though it's pretty dadgum hot down here. It is pretty busy. We're tagging on 1,100 right now. Just put out the projection. I think it's somewhere 15 to 17 with for sure 300 cows. Might have a few more.
Good. What's the calf and yearling look like?
We got some cattle in today where they hadn't got a lot of rain, and some of them are pretty light, Larry. They're pulling them pretty deep.
Right.
A good many cattle weigh 350 up to 500. Got several strings of those, and but then I got a really good set of calves, mostly all yellows, 60 something of them that weigh 550 to 8. Just where the country's been different. They've been catching some rains,
right.
But got some strings of cattle. The quality's pretty good, and we're gonna get along fine, I think. Market's a little better.
Yep.
Got a little more for fats this week in spots. Sure got more for them in the north, and so everything looks pretty positive on our end. As far as stocker cows, just don't have a lot to brag about. Got a few palpated cows. Most of them got a little age on them. A few young nice pairs. Got a really good set of about 16 open crossbred heifers.
Mm-hmm.
Just good cow making heifers. Weigh about 8, just perfect for a bull. We've got them, and but we're gonna get them sold as high as we can, my friend.
Well, tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Kenny.
You bet. Just catch us here at the office Monday through Wednesday at 254-697-6697. Follow us on our webpage at milamcountylivestockauction.com or catch us on Facebook.
We appreciate it, and we'll talk to you bright and early Monday.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Y'all have a good weekend.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Neighbor, did you know that the Millworks division at MG Building Materials is a great place to look when you want to upgrade your home? That division carries a full line of wood, aluminum, and vinyl windows. What a great upgrade. We've got vinyl windows in our house down here on the bay, and they sure are pretty from the inside and out. The possibilities for those upgrades are endless with the help of MG and their 5 locations. They've got one in San Antonio, got one in Corpus, got one in Uvalde, got one in Kerrville, and they have one in Pleasanton. That's MG Building Materials. We are on the line with Leroy Kruger. Leroy, how's the bull business?
Oh, it's that summertime mode, you know. We sell a few here and there, and we had some calls yesterday about some Charolais bulls, and we got a nice set of Charolais bulls here. We're getting a little low on Angus and Herefords, but we bought some Hereford bulls. We're going to leave them up north till about September and let them grow out up there and feed them a little while, and then we'll get them in here, you know, come into the fall and kind of try to get past some of this hot weather if we can, you know.
Right.
But we got a nice selection, you know, of Charolais, a few Angus and Herefords here on hand, so, you know, we've got a few hole pluggers. Somebody needs to loses one, needs to fill one position, or we'll have something here available.
Well, tell them how to get a hold of you if they need one.
Well, they can catch me on the mobile at 830-570-0660.
Leroy, we appreciate it. Good to hear
Yes,
from
sir.
you. We'll talk to you later.
Ben, have a good day.
You too.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank
Bye.
you. We're on the line with Sam from D&D. Sam, I've never seen as much Stay Tough fence in my whole life.
That's right, Larry. Right now, we have the largest supply of American T-post and the largest supply of Stay Tough fencing in Texas.
Tell us how to take advantage of all that product.
All you got to do, Larry, is call me at 830-379-7340, and ask for one of our friendly staff members.
We're on the line with Rodney Butler, Beeville Livestock. Going to have a sale in Beeville tomorrow. Rodney, what's it looking like?
We're tagging on 350 with about 80 cows and the rest all calves and yearlings. We got a good set of black baldy calves up there, steers and heifers mixed, weighing about that 5.5, and we've got some other good yellow calves up there. So we're gonna have a good sale tomorrow, probably around 4.5.
Well, tell everybody what time you start and how to get a hold of you, Rodney Butler.
Yeah, we start at 11 o'clock tomorrow. Start receiving cattle at 8 in the morning. And you can call me at 361-358-1727 or call me on my mobile, 645-5002.
Rodney, we appreciate you. Thank you.
We thank you. Take care.
Bye-bye. Neighbor, I'd like to remind you about the upcoming farm sale this Saturday, June the 11th, 9 a.m. in D'Hanis. Farm, ranch, and construction equipment courtesy of Lutz Auction Service, 830-931-4312. Here's a Bobcat T650 skid steer. Here's a John Deere 9750 STS combine. How about a John Deere 3020? How about a Massey Ferguson 471 two-wheel drive? It's very clean. How about a IH98 or a Case 480 SD backhoe? For more information, contact Lutz Auction Service, 830-931-4312, or Bud Box at 210-275-7558. Follow them on Facebook or at LutzAuctionServiceDehanis.com. We're on the line with Josh Tilkey, Karn City Auction. Josh, how did the sale go last week?
It was a little bit longer sale, Larry. The heat is just bearing down on us over here in South Texas. But last Saturday, we sold 560 cattle and 300 goats to comp.
Let's walk the pins.
Good steers, 2 to 3 weight, 170 to 210. 3 to 4s, 160 to 185. 4 to 5 weight men, 165 to 190. 5 to 6s, 158 to 172. 6 to 7s, 145 to 160. Heifer mates, 2 to 3, 145 to 160. 3 to 4s, 142 to 190. 4 to 5 weight heifers, 145 to 175. 5 to 6s, 140 to 155. 6 to 7s, 128 to 146. Older bull yearlings, $1.20 to 135. Heifer yearlings, $1.05 to 115. Red cows, $9.50 to 1,200. Packer cows, number 1 yield 72 to 85. Number 2 yield 62 to 68. And the bulls, 99 to $1.08.
How about the
At
sheep?
300.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yes, sir. Little over 300 of those. That market is very consistent as well. Emphasis on the stocker nannies, 190 to 320. Billies, 315 on up to 500 on our highest yielding billy. And we expect to have another good run of sheep and goats again this Saturday.
Well, tell everybody how to get a hold of you for this week's sale.
If you can use any of our services, 830-780-3382. On the cell phone, 830-623-2855. We sure expect another real good run of 600-700 good cattle.
And the motto down there?
Long live Cowboys, Larry.
Y'all be careful this afternoon. We'll talk to you later, Josh.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Neighbor, let's take a long look at the grains, courtesy of John Tuggle, 361-852-5207, Tuggle & Company, Corpus. Milo through Corpus in June, D's plus 10, $12.98. Houston, $13.60. Progresso, $12.80. Yellow corn to Corpus in June, July plus 110, 883. Houston 893, Progresso 1390. Hard red winter wheat to Corpus in June, July plus 130, 1283 and 3/4, and Houston 1283 and 3/4, and Houston beans August September delivery November less 15, 1567 and 1/4. Texas cotton 220 bales of East Texas, Oklahoma, priced from 138.51 to 140.76. Neighbor, that's it for the best darn farm show in 100,000 square miles of the great state of Texas. No brag, just fact. I'm Larry Marble, and you're my neighbor. Neighbor, thanks so much for listening on one of our 14 affiliate stations. Check us out on Facebook or on the web down on thefarmradio.com.